In the attempt.
Good morning, and welcome to the SoCo Morning Show presented by Subway. My name is David Riley. I am an athlete leader, and sports fan, and I'm excited to be back to host the SoCo Morning Show. Today, I will be switching it up and interviewing the newest co-chairs of Special Olympics Colorado's Board of Directors, John Schuke and Mackenzie Bovey-Nickel. Welcome, John and Mackenzie. I'll be asking some questions, but if anyone has any questions for John or Mackenzie, please add them in the chat box and we will answer them. Let's start with you, John. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in SoCo.
Thanks, David. Good morning, everyone. David, thanks so much for having Mackenzie and I on this morning. It's great to be here. So I've been on the SoCo board for, I think this is my 7th year, and I'll give you a little background about how I became involved in Special Olympics. So I have a daughter, Nadia, who turns 9 years old in 2 days, so we're very excited about that. Before she was even born, we found out that Nadia, she was diagnosed with Down syndrome, and so I decided I want to get involved as I can in her life, and so I looked at what I could be doing, and I looked at Special Olympics as a potential avenue for her. And so when she was just 2 weeks old, I did my first polar plunge to raise money for Special Olympics. And I kind of caught Special Olympics fever after that. And I've been involved since she was a newborn. And I've now followed her through her experience as a swimmer, as a soccer athlete, and probably her favorite sport, gymnastics. So I've gotten involved as a parent, as well as a board member.
Wow, what a cool story. And can you tell us more about the board of directors? What is the role of the board of directors?
Sure. So the board of directors at Special Olympics Colorado, we're a group of about 25 people, David, and we come from all over the state and are involved in SOCO in different ways. So we have 2 athletes on the board, we have some parents, we have coaches, we have people who just are really interested in our mission at Special Olympics Colorado. And what we do is we work with the CEO of Special Olympics to make sure that the organization is stable so that we can have the right staff in place, but also very importantly that we are financially stable so we can keep providing great opportunities for SOCO athletes. And so we're there to make sure that the organization stays strong.
Thanks, John. Mackenzie, you are officially the first athlete to serve as a co-chair or co-chair of any Special Olympics chapter's board of directors. How cool is that? Can you tell us why you think it's important that there be athletes represented on the board and what it means to you to become SOCO's first athlete board chair?
Once again, this is a really great opportunity to start having other athletes on the board, even though we have athletes on the board representing but other athletes. But for me, this opportunity means like I can get my voice out and help other athletes be able to start communicating with other board members, just giving them hope that they can be whatever they want and on a board or just in general. Once again, this is like a great opportunity. I'm still kind of in shock. I'm like the first one ever to be, first athlete ever to be a co-chair, and I'm hoping that other Special Olympics chapters start doing this as well. I think it would be a really good outcome for people with disabilities and without disabilities to see how cool this opportunity is.
That's awesome, Mackenzie. Congratulations again. John, I want to switch back to you briefly. We have a lot of unified leadership programming coming out this year. Can you tell us what unified leadership means to you?
Yes, David, and I'm very excited about the leadership programming that Special Olympics Colorado puts together year in, year out. And to me, David, unified leadership is really the next step for Special Olympics, not just in Colorado, but around the world. Because we have done a tremendous job as an organization, again, in the state, everywhere, in unified participation. Right? We have changed lives by bringing people together in unified participation, and that has been wonderful. And that, to me, though, is a step in the ladder, right? So it's going to be unified participation. The next step up is unified leadership. And so we are really, I think, trendsetters here in Colorado. We do a tremendous job through our ALPS U leadership programming to get our athletes access to leadership opportunities, whether that's being on the board or we have athletes who participate in fundraising activities, all these different things that they can do outside of the field and the court, which is tremendous. And I think Mackenzie and I, as she was saying, Mackenzie and I being unified co-chairs is a natural step too. While we might be the first people to do this, I guarantee you we're not going to be the last. And so it's great to be the first, but it's also going to be great to see so many other chapters hopefully do similar things.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, John. And Mackenzie, one more question for you. What advice do you have for athletes that are interested in getting more involved as leaders?
My advice is to sign up for ElpsU to get more involved with leadership skills and different areas that they want to lead in, like communication, government, health and fitness. Just get your foot in there and see what you can do. Everybody's a leader somehow, and if you don't think you're a leader, you are a leader. You just have to find the right path in leading.
Great, thanks, Mackenzie. Well, I look forward to new opportunities this year. In the meantime, John, can you give us a preview of the activities taking place this week for SoCo at Home?
Yes, I can, David. So we obviously this morning, you're all tuning in to the SoCo Morning Show, which again, we were super excited to be here with you, David, and I know this will remain available on the Facebook page for those of us who, those of you who couldn't join us this morning. Tomorrow, we've got sign language lessons at noon. Great opportunity, something I should probably pick up myself. We've got Unified Bingo, which is always fun. I've participated in that with our state representative, Lisa Cutter, who's been instrumental in helping us get the Special Olympics Colorado license plate done at the state level. And then at 6 p.m., we've got virtual basketball practice with our Basketball All-Star Skills Challenge. For those of you who would like, you can visit SpecialOlympicsCO.org and register for any of these events coming up just tomorrow. Continuing on, we got our typical workout Wednesday. So fitness sports competition at 2 p.m. Athlete social hour, which is also a lot of fun. And then we've got our Strong Minds speaker, which we've had a whole speaker series. So when I talked to David about some of the things that we as a board can try to support, it is things like this, right? Where we, especially in these kind of crazy times, we've got speakers coming, providing these services to in this case, our young athletes on Wednesday. So again, register for any of these events at SpecialOlympicsCO.org. Tasty Thursdays, so Cooking Health with Hannah Atkinson. Hannah is just a lot of fun, even if you don't feel like cooking healthy, just to watch Hannah is tremendous. And then at noon, our weekly virtual trivia. This week, the theme is going to be Nickelodeon. Last week, I hosted presidential trivia with you, David, which was a lot of fun.
Ooh, I got rid
this year, or this week, Nickelodeon might be a little bit lighter than some of the presidential trivia we did last week.
Yeah.
And on Friday, we got our Fitness Friday. So we've got our workouts going, led by our favorite intern, Chloe, at Special Olympics. Well, I can't say favorite. One of our favorite interns, Chloe, at Special Olympics Colorado. And then finally, on Saturday, we'll have our 10 a.m. yoga. So again, for those of you who are new to yoga or advanced, it's a great opportunity to get out there, start your weekend right with some great stretches and so on.
Well, it's going to be an exciting week of SoCo at Home events. John or Mackenzie, is there anything else that you'd like to tell everyone before we wrap up?
Thank you so much for having us this morning.
And one thing I'll add too, David, I'd say to all of our athletes and coaches and parents and family members is just hang in there. I know that this has been tough without having to have what many people think is the best part of Special Olympics, which is our competitions. And so hang in there, because when we come back, the competition, we're going to come back bigger and better than ever. So hang in, keep active, and then when we get back, it's going to be great.
Thank you, John and Mackenzie, for joining us today and letting us know more about your roles as co-chairs of the Board of Directors, and congratulations to you both again. And to our audience, don't forget to stay in touch through this new year. There continue to be so many new ways to engage, different activities to try, and new people to meet, even virtually. That's it for this week's SoCo Morning Show presented by Subway. And don't forget that this year we will be hosting the SoCo Morning Show every other week. So we will see you back in 2 weeks with a new guest and a new host. Have a great couple of weeks, everyone.